on this. So can you let us know and tell the partners why menu images are very important?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Shweta. I think this is something very important for all of us to understand and all restaurant partners to understand as well. I think intuitively, of course, images is something which a customer finds attractive in a menu, then it can really distinguish your menu, right? Historically, we've seen that items with images tend to get ordered up to 5 times more than items without images. Right? And I've spoken to a lot of restaurant partners. Some of them have seen their orders grow by up to 20% after they've added good quality images to their menu.
Right.
So, of course, the data definitely supports the importance of images, and even beyond data, right? I think the poll also really confirmed the same view that customers and all of us, as in general, really prefer having or rather ordering from restaurants which have good quality images in their menu. And of course, even while searching, customers do tend to pick out those items and restaurants which have a lot of good quality images. So that's I think in a nutshell the importance of having images and good quality images on their menu.
Got it. Any count on what should be the coverage, right, in a menu? How many images should be there?
Yeah. That's a good question, Shweta. So I think we've seen. I've spoken to a lot of restaurants, and I think some restaurants feel, okay, I've added a few images. Is this enough? I think what we encourage all restaurant partners is to have as many images as possible, because each dish is different, right? And I think we encourage restaurants to have as many images as possible.
Got it. Your fair point, Shrikant. And I think, Ronak, Kishan and Sachin, you had expressed this concern on the registration form that we had shared earlier, saying why are menu images important? I hope the answer that Shrikant has given us really helped you understanding that, in detail, right? So when we talk about, images, Shrikant, there are a lot of food images that are available online, right? So partners can always, use those images. I mean, how different will a fried rice be in as an image online and versus what I make? So it will not be very different, right? So is it okay to use these images from online?
Oh, that's another good point, Shweta. So I think here what's important for all of us to understand, right? And we've spoken to a lot of customers to understand this as well. So each restaurant, you will have your own signature dish. Moreover, if you use images, which perhaps does not look like the dish that you're eventually delivering to customers, there is a chance that there may be a sort of trust deficit that the customer sees, especially if there's a difference between the image that they see and the dish that they eventually get. This could, of course, lead to higher complaints for the restaurant or, even bad reviews over a period of time. So I strongly encourage all restaurants to click images of your own menu.
Interesting. I mean, definitely each restaurant has its own signature way of making. So if I know this is what I'm getting, there's higher trust, right? Absolutely. So, well, while it is important that we have as many images in the menu and we have the right appropriate images, but honestly, on the ground, clicking so many images, sourcing them can become a challenge, right? We see that about 52% of them, they feel that photo shoots are expensive. While I want to have a good image, but photo shoots are expensive. And many of them have the second highest concern they're saying is that my photos that I click from mobile are getting rejected. And there were similar concerns that many partners had also shown or mentioned in the registration form, like Samir, Ameya, Rajesh, Aman, they've all mentioned something very similar. So while you've mentioned that we should have many images and good images, how do we solve for these concerns?
Sure. I think that's a question that's probably on the top of mind for a lot of restaurant partners, as very clearly evident in the poll. Right? So this is something that we as Swiggy have been hearing from restaurants over the past few years, and we've come out with a product solution that will help restaurants and address exactly these challenges. Right? That's where the Shoot Easy mobile application that we've developed comes into play. It's an application that restaurants can use completely free of cost to click as many number of images as they want and when they want. It's completely on demand. It's as simple as installing a mobile application, and as and when your dishes are ready, you can go ahead and click images from the comfort of your restaurant through your own mobile, right? And of course, once you click and submit these images, it automatically gets approved, and within 2 or 3 working days, you would see the same image being reflected on the catalog.
Great. So can all the partners access Shoot Easy today?
Yes, absolutely. This is available for all restaurant partners, and they can go ahead and just download it from the Google Play Store. It's as easy.
And what if partners are not able to access? What can they do in case they can't access Shoot Easy?
Yeah, so providing access to Shoot Easy is a very, very simple process. In case you're not able to log into the Shoot Easy application with your mobile number, all you need to do is give us 3 details, either through partner support or your POCs and account managers. We would just need your mobile number through which you would want to log into through Shoot Easy, your restaurant ID, the restaurant ID that Swiggy has given you, and the restaurant. Just these 3 details, if you share with either partner support on email or with your POCs account managers, within 24 hours, you will be getting access to it.
Got it. So it's as easy as that. Download the Shoot Easy app, log in, and then you should be able to start clicking and sourcing the right image. But Shrikant, as you mentioned that, what I understand is Shoot Easy is going to it's an app, but it is going to use your mobile camera, which today even otherwise we can use, right, to click the photos. So how is Shoot Easy going to change that entire quality? Whereas the phone remains the same, the mobile camera remains the same. Could you show the partners how to do that?
I think rather than answering this with theory, let me actually open up my Shoot Easy app and show you how easy and quick it is to actually click images.
Right.
Shweta, are you able to see this?
Yeah, I can see.
So partners, I've just opened the Shoot Easy application, and all you need to do to log in is, like we mentioned, you would just need your mobile number. So once you log in, you would be able to see your restaurant ID on the top and your restaurant name on the top right. As you can see, I have a test restaurant ID created, but once you log in, you'll be able to see your own respective restaurant name and restaurant ID. Right? In case there are restaurant owners who have multiple restaurants that they manage, that's also possible to give them login to multiple IDs. There is no constraint around that. Right? So this is the home screen of Shoot Easy. Very, very simple to click images here. So all that you need to do is look at the bottom right. There is an orange start button.
Right.
All we need to do is click on start, and you have 2 options. Let me first walk. So the 2 options are upload images or shoot, which is essentially click images on the spot.
Right.
So let me first start off with how restaurants can click new images.
Got it.
So if you click the shoot option in the bottom right, then you see a screen that opens up saying enter item name. And I think we have some nice sandwiches here where we can click. Right. So here, restaurant partners, what you need to do is enter the item name in full. Spelling errors are okay, that's not an issue. But in case you have certain dishes with different variants, we encourage you to enter the full item name. Like for example, if you have a onion rava masala dosa, right? You may have different varieties of dosa. So please enter the full item name and not leave any confusion, so that there is no issue in tagging the image.
Understood.
Right? So right now I have a veg sandwich with me. So I'm going to type veg sandwich. Click on continue. Right. Now you need to click the category. So we've created very simple categories that restaurants can understand here. So the different categories available are plate, bowl, pizza, burger, glass, and cake. Right? So any dish or any item which is usually plated up like a rice or a sandwich, etc., you can go ahead and click on the plate category. If it's a soup or a noodles which you typically serve in a bowl, you can click the bowl category. Pizza, burger, of course, is probably self-explanatory. Any juice or beverages that you have, you can choose the glass category. Cake, of course, in case you have it.
Okay.
So I'm going to click plate, which is the first option. Right? And I see I see a GIF showing me how to actually go about. So let me click on continue. Right. Now, if all of you can see, my mobile camera has been opened up. And here you can actually see there are instructions on the screen which tells partners how to click the image. Right? So here, if I can ask everyone to look at the bottom left of the screen, you need to click 2 images, one at 0 degrees and the next at 45 degrees.
Right.
Now, if you're not sure what 0 degrees is, and if you're holding your phone at the right angle, all you need to do is look at the square, right, which is around the camera.
Right.
And you also have guidelines as to how to place the image, how to place the item right at the center of the screen. The angle at which you're holding the phone is also mentioned on the top in the center.
Right.
So right now, if you can see, I'm placing my phone at like a 40 degrees angle, and it's asking me to tilt down. So if I tilt down, you can see the angle reducing. All I need to do is tilt down to say 0 degrees, and the square automatically turns green.
Okay.
So once the square turns green, I can go ahead and click the shutter. And as you can see, the image has been validated. Okay. It's not cropped. Shoot Easy automatically checks if it's a food item or not. Right? So once all those checks are covered, you'll see a green option there, and you can click on confirm.
Okay.
Now the second image, I need to click a 45-degree image.
Got it.
Here the instruction on the left, it's asking me to tilt up. So if I tilt my camera up to 45 degrees, automatically the square turns green. I can go ahead and press the shutter.
Okay. Got it.
Shoot Easy has validated the image and it's saying my image is perfect and ready to go. All I need to do is confirm.
Okay.
And the next stage, this is where the true magic of Shoot Easy also comes into play.
Okay.
Right? You can apply a background, which is in the quality of a real photo shoot if you were to take. Right? So if you see, the default background has been selected as wood, but in case you want to go for a different finish, then all you need to do is select the required background. Right? I can select a matte finish or a wood finish or a cane finish, etc. for the background.
Right.
A preview of the background is displayed.
Right.
And all I need to do is submit the image. That's it. So end to end, not more than 2 or 3 minutes it would take to click an image. If you have more images to click, you can repeat the same process and continue.
So I can choose the plate, the serving, everything, and just go ahead. So it's as easy as that. So is it understood that as soon as, let's say, a partner clicks the photo using Shoot Easy and submits, will it get accepted?
Yeah. So the basic level of validation checks are done when the image is being clicked. Like if the image is cropped, if the brightness is sufficient, etc. Of course, post submitting the image goes over to our image QC team, which also does a check.
Okay.
And does some additional level of checks. And the earlier item I mentioned, right, if the item name, they even check on those parameters. So in case there is any rejection on that front, the rejection will come back again to the Shoot Easy app.
Okay.
So restaurant partners can simply click on track progress and see if there is any image which has been rejected, along with the reason for rejection.
Okay. So if they've clicked it really well, it will get approved. Absolutely. But if it gets rejected, it will come with a reason also why it is rejected. So partners, I hope Imran, Vinod and Kailash Murthy, if you've joined us today, these were some questions you had asked saying, why do my images get rejected? So I hope this explanation from Srikanth has helped you in understanding what can be done and how do you understand the reason for rejection of your image. So Srikanth, while you were showing the demo, we saw that, yes, I can shoot, but I can also upload, like partners can also upload images, right? So how does that work?
Yeah. So here we've also heard this feedback from restaurant partners, and it's why we've developed this feature. Right? So I think a lot of restaurant partners have had maybe photo shoots done in the past, or they've clicked images earlier, and they would want to upload the same image. Right? Why would you click an image of a dish which you perhaps already have the photo?
Right.
So we have this upload functionality which has been recently launched. Again, if I were to walk you through, click on the orange start button at the bottom right of the screen and select the upload button. Right? Whichever folder you've saved the images in, you can click on that folder. So right now I have a few images. I can go ahead and actually even bulk upload up to 30 images in one go using this.
Okay.
So let me load one image and just see. Right. Once this image is uploaded, the same validation steps are taking place. And so this the validation has failed, and the reason for failure is also depicted here. It's a blurred image.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and click on re-upload. And let me try to upload a different image.
Got it.
Now, if you look at the top, there is good images and bad images, and this has been validated successfully. Right? So I can click on continue with good image. And as per before, I'll need to enter the item name. So let me just add this bread. And in case restaurant partners, you want to change the background, you can go ahead and click change here. Otherwise, you can go ahead and submit. And it's as easy as that.
So there's the first level check here itself, good or bad image. That's pretty easy, and I think it makes life a lot more easier, right? So if partners are changing their menu or they're adding new items or they want to change the images of the existing items, they can go ahead and do that, as in how many times? Or
yeah, absolutely. So there is absolutely no restriction on when you can use Shoot Easy, how many times you can use Shoot Easy. So if you want to add more items to your existing menu, you can click images that day. If you have any old photos which you want to do, you can upload those as well. Absolutely no restriction.
Got it. So while we understand images are important, you clearly stated why, and we also saw how you can click and upload and shoot and everything. What are certain guidelines that partners should keep in mind, while they're clicking the photos?
That's a good question, Shweta. Yeah. So I think some of the partners whom I've spoken to also have asked me, how do I ensure I click a good, aesthetically pleasing image, not just to clear the guidelines that we have, but also ensure that the image looks really good. Right? So while I'll cover a few points and we will share with you a detailed photo shoot guidelines post this webinar, so all of you can actually access, get yourself well versed with all of those. But some of the I will leave with you right now. One is the background which you click the image. So like if you could see the sandwich that we had, we tried to pick a plate which was not shiny. Right? So we encourage you to keep the dish in maybe a plain background like a chart paper, either white or dark as per the dish.
Okay.
Avoid shiny or metallic surfaces so that chances of any light discoloration is not there.
Right.
Of course, try to click an image which is not blurred. Try to ensure that the item is actually centered so that there's no cropping. Right? Now, the item doesn't get cropped out.
Right.
Try to avoid other sides or accompaniments also which are wrongly placed in the image. Right. And of course, try to ensure that there is no disturbance in the background. Maybe if you have someone from your hotel trying to actually hold the dish, try to ensure that there is no disturbance from that.
Got it. So, without having to book a photographer, without having to, check, I think Shoot Easy as an app, Shrikant, like you mentioned, will make many process of clicking these images and uploading much easier partners. So I hope you can find, and you do find Shoot Easy in your Play Store. If not, like Shrikant mentioned, do reach out to the partner support team or your manager. I'm sure they will be able to help you. Shrikant, with this, we've come to the end of the webinar. Thanks a lot for taking time and joining us and helping partners in understanding how to use Shoot Easy app and how they can really improve the image qualities in their menu.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shweta. And partners, I hope this has been useful for you. I encourage all of you to download Shoot Easy, use it, and click as many images of your menu as feasible for you, and upload the same. And I'm sure it will help you see our growth in your business.
Great.
And I think just one last point I would like to leave you with is over the next, I think, few months, we'll also be integrating this entire feature of clicking images onto the owner app, which you probably already have, right? So that's something which you can also look forward to.
So partners, owner app is something you must check, not only for other features, but yes, most importantly, Shoot Easy is also going to be there. So do keep checking your owner app. We really thank you all for joining in today. Do stay tuned. You'll receive more information from us on the upcoming sessions in the upcoming months. Until then, take care and grow with Swiggy. Thank you all.